So we're here with Joe Butch, and we happen to have a DeLorean time machine, it looks like.
Yeah.
Tell me about it.
It took about 10 years to build it. It's screen accurate to like the smallest detail. I talked with friends and buddies and people that worked on it from Universal Studios, and was able to get it as accurate as possible. It may even time travel if you can get our hands on some plutonium. Just kidding, I'm gonna say.
We'll see what we can do. Now, what year is the DeLorean?
It's 1981. It has about 15,000 miles on it. It's been completely restored by DeLorean. So it has new electrical, new brakes, stage 2 engine in it. So it runs amazing, like a brand new car.
You had it redone by DeLorean, and then you made it into a time machine.
Exactly. Yeah.
Now, do any of these things on the side light up and flash, or
everything on the inside lights up just like the movie car?
And does this go 88 miles an hour? I understand the DeLoreans are well underpowered.
It's very slow, so it might take me about 20 minutes to get to 88 miles per hour, but I think it could do it.
All right. Can we sit inside real quick?
Yeah, go for it.
All right. So we are here inside the DeLorean.
Yep.
All right. Now, how do I turn on my flux capacitor here?
First thing we do is turn the time circuits on.
Time circuits on. All right. My time circuits are on. All right.
Where do we want to go?
Well, let's go back to the 1929s. All right.
We go 101 1929.
All right, now all we have to do is just get this thing up to, 88 miles an hour?
Yep.
Wow, we really did get going 88 miles an hour, and I ended up in what year?
1929.
1929. All right, tell me about, I was just looking at a DeLorean, and we went up to 88 miles an hour, and so tell me about this car.
Well, this car only has half as much horsepower as that car has speed, so I'm not exactly sure how to make the connection, but
can this car get to 88 miles an hour?
With a good stiff tailwind, it'll go 88 miles an hour.
All right, now you have owned this car for how long?
It's been in my family for 50 years.
50 years, and how long have you owned it? So it was your grandfather's?
About 3 years.
All right, so who was the original owner?
It was Richard Chavney, and he's 95.
So he's still around?
He's still around.
Obviously, you've done some maintenance, or did you redo this, or what did you do to it?
So since I've got it, I redid the engine, redid the transmission. It has new brakes, shock absorbers, a water pump. Everything on the engine is brand new right now.
And the paint looks to be in fairly good condition.
Yeah, that was my father-in-law and the family. So we just been taking care of it for all that time.
And what about the interior?
So the interior they redid. It's a LeBaron Bonney interior, and it's a remake of what the original would have looked like.
All right, and this roof is.
It's a vinyl, but back in the day it was a leather substitute.
It was so this is a modern version.
Modern version of it. Yep.
Gotcha. And this is a Model A.
Model A, yes.
Model A. And they started making them in
1928, and they made 5 million of them, and there's still 250,000 of them on the road today. Give or take a few.
Give or take.
Yes.
All right. Well, thank you very much.
Thank you.
I haven't finished building it.
Oh, so our flux capacitor
doesn't flux
yet. All right. Well,
I got to get a mount to get this mounted right, and I don't have it yet. So I've been trying to source the part.
So that's our flux capacitor. So until that, time travel's not possible.
Exactly.
All right. All right, so we're here with Tommy, head of the Wheels of Wayne Car Show. Big differences here with all the electric cars.
Yes, we've tried to promote getting a lot of electric vehicles in the show this year. We know that there's a rise in electric vehicles, in terms of purchases and availability, and we wanted to showcase them here as part of the event. It's definitely been something that's been a priority of ours, really within the last few years.
So, how many cars are in the township fleet right now?
So right now, we have about 3 cars that are in the township fleet. They're in the police department. We have the Ford F-150 Lightnings, and then of course we have the Chevy EV that that we have right here. It's a Blazer. And then we're working in the next couple months. We'll have a new car that's an electric vehicle in the recreation department, which will be another Chevy Blazer added to the fleet. And then the community development department is in the process of procuring one as well, which is a Chevy Equinox that'll be added to the fleet. And as time goes on, the goal is with the services we provide and the vehicles that we're replacing to replace with electric. It's definitely a core goal that is within our goals and objectives, in terms of sustainability and being kind to the environment that we're working towards.
An easy way to spot the difference between a Blazer EV and the police package EV is that the police vehicles come with the 20-inch steel wheels, and they do not have the roof rack on the top. So if it has a roof rack, it's not a police car. Inside the police package Blazer EV, it is identical to the civilian model, other than the console is different. It comes with console delete, and they can put in their own console for all their lights and other emergency needs. So I am here with Anthony and Daniel, and what do we have?
We have a 1971 Daimler Sovereign Princess formal limousine done in black over claret.
All right. Now, what is a Sovereign Princess limousine?
It's a model of the Daimler limousine series that the Queen Mum had, and that's why they called it the Sovereign Princess.
All right, so this is the same car that she would have driven on.
Car she rode in all the time.
But it would have had the little doohickey up on the front.
Exactly.
Would have had the little doohickey
With a little
on the front
blue crown on the top, yes.
All right. And it's right-hand drive?
It is right-hand drive. It was imported from London about 30 years ago to this country. Dan's wife gave him the car, and we've been keeping it and maintaining it, and we even have his coat of arms on the back door.
Gotcha. Now, what do we do with this? Why did your wife give it to you in the first place?
We had gone to London to look for an Austin Princess limousine, and we couldn't find it. It was my birthday's in January. It was a cold, rainy English day. We'd been to a number of car shops. We got back to the hotel, and we're sitting in the lobby having some tea, and the concierge came over to me jingling keys, saying, "Oh, sir, you'll have to move your car. It's blocking the driveway." I said, "I don't have a car here." My wife's giggling away, and she said, "Oh, yes, you do now." And so we went to look at the car. I got into the car. She told me, "Well, you have to take it out and drive it." So right-hand drive in London, no knowledge of the streets whatsoever. I took it out. I was gone for about a half an hour. I managed not to hit anybody or anything else. Got it back to the hotel, and she'd arranged to have it shipped back to the States.
Very well done. I will have to give her credit on that. Now, why are we looking for cars in England? What's our connection?
We wanted a car to take when we had a party in the city to use to go in town. And that's what we use this for.
All right. And now you're the driver?
I'm the driver and the restorer.
All right. Now, do we keep any Grey Poupon in it just out of...
No, we didn't.
But there are cut crystal glasses in the back just in case.
Just in case. So I'm here with Sam, and we have a 1952 Cadillac. 53, I'm sorry about that. Cadillac Series 62 convertible.
Correct.
All right. Now, definitely, you get the award for the highest hood here. In the, what's it like to look out over that hood when you're driving it?
As long as it's purring, I'm very happy and very pleased with it.
All right. Is this, what color did they call this back in the day?
This is pastoral blue.
And how much of this car is original?
All of it.
All of it?
Yes, the upholstery has been redone, but it's the original color upholstery too.
And how long have you had this car?
Oh, about 15 years.
All right. And how fast does it get going when it's up on plane?
It can go 60, 70, 80 miles an hour.
All right. And what do you like best about it? What's your favorite part of it?
It just drives smoothly, and it's a lovely car.
It is a lovely car. All right. Anything else you want to tell me about it?
No, it's original. It's been well cared for, and I was very fortunate to buy for somebody who actually had two of these. identical, and his wife has the same color. Same car, but it's a silver gray car. But he parted with this, and I'm very happy to have it.
All right. Well, thank you very much.
I wish you all the best.
So we are here with a 1965 Pontiac Catalina convertible 2+2. I know that the Oldsmobile had the 442. What does the 2+2 have to do with?
2 in the front and 2 in the back.
2 in the front, 2 in the back. So it was just a model?
Model number for, the designated the higher, Catalina, version of the Catalina.
And this came with the bigger engine?
Bigger engine, 8 lug wheels, bigger brakes, 3-speed automatic, convertible. Which is
there you go. Yeah. Now the 8 lug wheels, usually in pickup trucks, that's quarter ton, half ton, 3/4 ton. Why would they have 8 lug wheels on a passenger car?
Well, the 8 lug wheels are finned. It was a special rim that was supposed to dissipate heat better. So. It seems to stop on a dime, so I'm not arguing with them.
Stopping on the dime isn't as important as getting off the dime quickly. So what's the 0 to 60 in this? Your wife's not watching.
No. Actually, I think it was the fastest when it first came out, but currently I don't know what it is. So.
And how much of this is original and how much of this has been restored?
Well, I don't know the total history of it, but because I'm the 4th or 5th, owner of it. But supposedly it has, the original interior. I'm pretty sure it's the original from what the numbers match.
The numbers match, that's important.
Right, with the tranny and the motor. The only thing about the motor, I think they upgraded it from a 4-barrel to the 6-pack that you have there. So
there's been some
minor
tweaks. Okay.
That along the way.
I'm here with George, and George, we have a
1968 Oldsmobile 442 W30 model.
What is the W30? And then we'll go back to the 442.
The W30 is somewhat rare. It's got a rather high lift cam. It has no power steering and no power brakes. And it's standard 442 with a few extra options.
All right, now we were just looking at a Pontiac 2+2 down the street here, and they said the 2+2 didn't mean anything. But obviously the 442 has a significant meaning.
Yes, it does. 4-barrel, 4-speed, dual exhausts.
And tell me how you came across this car.
Well, it's interesting. In 1968, I had purchased one. And then when I got married and started a business, I got rid of it. And then years later, I decided to go find another. So I found one. It was raced to the hilt. And I totally disassembled it and rebuilt the entire understructure and then send it out to a friend of the family's to get redone. He worked on it for about a year or two and got sick. And it's still in limbo. Meanwhile, my son surprised me with this last year and said, "Here, use it and enjoy it." And he just left it to pick up his kids, but it was a gift.
So my son has to gift me one at some point in time.
I suggest that. Give me his number. I'll talk to him.
I can't get him to mow the lawn. So I am here with Elliot, and we have a 1942 Oldsmobile.
Yep.
All right, the first question is, how did you get, I thought they stopped making cars.
They stopped making this particular car in February of '42, and then they changed over for
wartime.
Correct.
So this was one of the few 1942 cars before they switched everything over.
Right.
So that obviously increased the rarity and the value of this.
Yeah, a little bit, yeah.
All right. And how long is this is this thing?
How long is it?
Yeah.
It's 18 feet long.
18 feet long. And how long have you owned it?
I've owned it for like 3-4 years.
All right. And why do we want to go with a car such as this?
Well, first of all, it's an automatic transmission.
Which is rare in the day.
Right. Oldsmobile was actually the first company that came out with an automatic transmission in 1939, 40. And this is a 42. So it's only 2 years into, and then Cadillac came in with one after that, you know.
Now this looks to be obviously in unrestored original condition.
Right.
Has there anything else been done to it, or it is what it is?
Well, the only thing I had done, I put a new headliner in. The seats were all messed up and everything. I had the seats redone. And the guy who did that work did the trunk. And that's all I did.
All right. Now I notice we still have our gas rationing sticker on the front from the war.
Right. Somebody gave me that, actually. Actually, the guy that did the work on the inside had
and
one.
You have an A sticker, so you can get gas when you want.
Yeah, I guess they had. Well, gas was rationed then.
Gas was rationed, yes. So I'm here with Jeff, and we have a 1986 Buick Type. Tell me about it.
Well, this is I've owned this car for 25 years. I bought it in early 2000. Since then, I've pretty much touched every part of it. Transmission, engine, interior. Obviously, the paint's been redone. The car is fairly rare. They only made less than 2,400 of them. It is I like to call it the little brother of the Grand National, if you're familiar with the black Grand Nationals. Grand Nationals only came in black, where the T's and the T-types, 1986 and 87s, they came in different colors. This one came out of factory, burgundy on burgundy. So.
Now I noticed it didn't have the tufted velour interior.
Yep.
I thought all cars in the 80s had to have them.
Yep. It has the velour, the seats. Yes.
All right. Now, did the engine come like this with the chrome accents?
Well, no. A lot of that, I've touched every part of this car, and I spent a lot of time underneath and have the scars to prove it of the polishing and finding things and having things customized. And so, yeah, a lot of it was done within the last 5 years, pretty much.
Do you know where the idea for the T-Type came from?
It was originally, before the Grand Nationals came out, the T-Type, it was a T-Type up until 1986. And then in 87, they got rid of the T-Type and you would just have a little T. So it was called a Turbo T. And that was only 87. So 86 and before 87, they were called the T-Types. So, like I said, a little rarer than the Grand National. They made a lot more Grand Nationals, and they're also more popular because they're big, bad, and black. And this is its little brother. So, but it came out with the same engine, same turbo, same trans, rear, everything is identical. The only difference is they made a little less of these, and like I said, you could get them in different colors. So.
All right, so I'm here with John, and we have a 1962 Nova? 1964 Nova. They started making them in 62, so this is one of the early on Novas.
Yes.
And what engine does it have?
230 straight six.
All right, now what is unique, in my opinion, is you graduated high school and you bought this.
I did.
Why did you want this car when you were a teenager?
I thought it'd be a great idea for an everyday car to drive, and it wasn't.
Was your goal to keep it, or is that just accidental circumstance?
My goal was to keep it, yeah. Yep.
And who owned it before you? How many owners were there?
I am not sure.
You're not sure?
No.
All right, now, this is early on in the Novas, before they started to beef them up. How does it do speed-wise?
It cruises all right.
Cruises all right?
Yeah.
What do you like best about the car?
I think it's just fun, unique. You don't see a lot of them.
All right, now, we're going to need some possible body work in the near future.
Very possible, yeah.
Repair some of the stuff. How much of the car is original?
Most of it is original.
So I'm here with Glenn, and we have a 1958 Triumph TR3A, and this has a unique story, I understand.
It does. So it was assembled right here in Radnor Township. I live over by Eichen Elementary School. I put this together out of two cars. Had the engine rebuilt professionally and all that, and the paint and so forth, but I actually put it together in my garage over a course of in all of the summer of 2017 into the spring of 2018.
All right, so I guess this, of the two cars you had, this was the better one, and you stole parts off of.
Yeah, basically all of the drivetrain, the engine, transmission, rear axle came out of one car, and the body work and the frame came out of another one.
And which car did you own longer?
The one that I took the engine and stuff out, which was an old rust bucket I bought out of somebody's backyard.
All right. And now we have this car that's done, and right next to you we have a car that's not done.
Right.
What can you tell me about that one?
Well, you should talk to Mike over there, my good friend Mike Wolf, who's also a Radnor resident. But he's owned that car for over 60 years, and he bought it. I think his dad bought it for him when he was in high school.
All right. I'm here with Mike Wolf. You don't believe what he just said about now.
I believe it.
So he was telling me his car is much nicer, but your car also has an interesting backstory.
Well, I got it when I was 16, and I still have it, so that's a backstory. And unlike these beautiful ones that have been taken apart, put back together, and meticulously painted, this has never really been restored. So there's a lot of original stuff on it, and people like Jay Leno like that.
People like Jay Leno like that. Now, when you were 16, why did you want this car?
Well, one reason that was important was it cost $500, and that's all the money I had in the whole world. And it was a convertible. And I was in high school. I didn't know any better, and my parents opposed it, so I had to have it. It took all my lifeguard money to get it.
My first car in high school also cost me $500, but it was a '73 Pinto. I think you did much better.
History has been kind to me.
History has been kind to you.
And you see these scratches, dents, that's not scratches and dents, those are memories.
What I was going to say, what is your biggest memory of this car?
There's been so many, 62 years, there's been so many memories, but you know, I remember the 16-year-old girl who dropped her bicycle against it, and I couldn't do anything because I had a crush on her, you know, that sort of stuff. And I took this car to Canada with my now wife. You know, that was quite a haul. I was just telling my wife that I took it to the 1966 Newport Folk Festival. People like Bob Dylan and Joan Baez, and now they have movies about it. And yet, I don't see myself in the audience.
So I'm here with Roger, and Roger, we have a
1966 Sunbeam Tiger.
1966, excellent year, by the way. Personally, you know, I just.
Your birth date or what?
Yeah.
Okay.
Good guess.
Good guess. Good guess. Now, what is the? What is this Carroll Shelby connection with this car?
Well, as you know, he developed the Cobra with a British body and an American engine, and this was kind of inspired by him. And if you remember the movie Ford versus Ferrari, one of the gentlemen in that movie was named Ken Miles. So Roots, when they knew about this concept, they hired Ken Miles and Carroll Shelby's team to develop this, put an American engine. And Roots Company liked Shelby's version better. And Shelby offered to do the conversion here in the U.S. The Roots Company would ship the bodies over and he would finish it off. And they decided, Roots did, that they'd rather do it themselves and probably save a few bucks. And the rumor was, or is, that Shelby still made a commission on everyone sold because of the Ford engine and his connection of $100 each.
Now, how much of this car is original? It looks in pretty good condition.
But most original. I have new tires as of a month ago, but this is the way I bought it some 32 years ago. It has 104,000 miles on it.
That's a lot for a car of this size, because I imagine it doesn't ride the smoothest down the road.
It rides pretty good. It's very peppy.
I was going to say, how fast does it go?
Well, the speedometer says 140. I've had it up to 100, but not often.
All right.
Not at my age and the car's age.
And what do you like best about the car?
Well, it's just fun to drive, and the exhaust sound, it has a special burble that very distinct. If you hear something in the distance, you know it's a Sunbeam Tiger.